Dive into the NFC East. In last place, I have the Washington Commanders. Now, regardless of how the season pans out for the Washington Commanders, I believe that they were the biggest winner of the offseason. You want to know why? It's because they're under new ownership. Dan Snyder is finally out of town. We've been clamoring about it for years, and that man is finally out of the building. They brought in Magic Johnson as a minority owner. I'm so excited. I'm choking up over here. But the Commanders still have questions at the quarterback position. Ron Rivera, Eric Bieniemy, and these players are not on the same page. And I just think the other three teams in the NFC East are more talented, especially considering the fact that those teams actually made the playoffs. In third place, I have the New York Giants. The Giants have a very tough schedule this year, and they had a fluky season last year. I understand they went to the divisional round. Brian Daboll elevated Daniel Jones to a certain degree, but I've never been a believer in Daniel Jones, and I will never be a believer in Daniel Jones. In a 17-game season, guess how many touchdown passes Daniel Jones threw? 15! 15! Less than one touchdown pass a game. That's what Daniel Jones was last year. He played his tail off in that wild card round game against the Minnesota Vikings, but the Vikings had a terrible defense and ended up firing their defensive coordinator. And then when it really mattered against Philly, they got their doors blown off of them. So I don't believe in the Giants. I thought last year was fluky. Daboll is the only reason why you would pick this team to make the playoffs, and Dallas and Philly have more talent. In second place, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Since 2004, there hasn't been a repeat NFC East champion. Even when the Giants beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, they didn't end up winning the division the following year. Even when the Eagles beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, they didn't end up winning the division the following year. The Eagles not only won the NFC last year, but they won, and not only won the NFC East last year, but they ended up winning the NFC. I expect them to have somewhat of a Super Bowl hangover. It'll be mild. It won't be anything too catastrophic. Jalen Hurts obviously has the attitude of a professional leader. He will get this team on track. He is a big-time player. He is one of the best quarterbacks this league has to offer, and for that, they will make the playoffs. But I think they take somewhat of a step back this season. And in first place, not only in this division, but in the NFC, I got the Dallas Cowboys. I think this defense is going to be the best defense in the NFL. I think Micah Parsons is going to win Defensive Player of the Year. The only two questions I have about this team are Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott. For Dak Prescott, it's very simple. Don't turn the ball over. Last year, you were an absolute disaster. You didn't even play all 16 games, and you somehow led the league in turnovers. I think he will take care of the ball. And for Mike McCarthy, now he's the play caller. You don't have to put all the lion's share of the blame on Kellen Moore. Everything that happens for the Dallas Cowboys this season is on your shoulders. If you want to be that guy, call these plays up, take this team to the Super Bowl, and be that man. I got the Dallas Cowboys because they have a young, hungry defense. They won the offseason with the Brandon Cooks trade. They traded him for a bag of chips. And they got my guy, Stephon Gilmore. Two former New England Patriots that know how to win, that have experienced success in this league. Something that the Dallas Cowboys have not done in a long time. And I think this could be the year where the Cowboys go to the NFC Championship game and potentially the Super Bowl. But you guys got to stay tuned for my other NFC picks.